Welcome back, you guys, to my YouTube channel. This is your girl, Queen Talks Crime, and I am back with another video. Right here, I'm going to let you guys see Trevor in his apology about leaving his boys Carter and Cash. Now, this video, I will be going in depth with. Did I turn my phone on silent? I will be going in depth with the boys and their biological parents on this video. So I'm gonna let y'all go ahead and hear what Trevor Gernon had to say of why he left his children with Monica Sherrod. Let's get into it.
The father of a 4-year-old boy who was abducted from a home and murdered says he made a mistake, leaving his children with people who aren't their family and then disappearing for months. Trevor Gernon says that he is in mourning for his son Cash. He did not reveal where he's been and sent a prepared statement posted by his sister on YouTube. Cash, his son, was found dead earlier this month after being taken while he was asleep. Fox 4's David Centennial is live now with the story. David.
Heather, as you mentioned, the father released that statement on his sister's YouTube channel. The thing is, the more information we learn on this case, the more questions people have. A rain-soaked memorial remains where the body of 4-year-old Cash Gernon was discovered May 15th. Dallas police charged 18-year-old Darren Brown with kidnapping and burglary related to the case. Upgraded charges are expected. There are many unanswered questions, but now Cash's biological father, who admits to leaving the 4-year-old at the home from where he was kidnapped, is speaking publicly for the first time since his son's death.
I do not wish this nightmare on any parent.
Trevor Gernon says he lived in Dallas with his twin 4-year-olds, but left them at this home in southwest Dallas in the custody of a friend, Monica Sherrod.
At the end of February, beginning of March, Monica offered her home and help, which I was thankful for. Being a single dad with twin 4-year-olds can be overwhelming from time to time.
Gernon said he planned to look for work out of town, but according to police, he never contacted Monica Sherrod after he left.
I will never forgive myself. If I could, I'd go back and do everything different. This is a nightmare that doesn't go away once I open my eyes in the morning.
In his recorded statement Monday, Gernon never mentioned the twins' biological mother and didn't say why he wouldn't leave the kids with their own family. Their mother's family had been looking for the boys for several months.
I have paid the most ultimate and painful of price for my poor judgment, and I have to live with this devastation every single day.
Gernon, who didn't disclose where he recorded his statement, says he's afraid of going to jail.
To make matters worse, I have to fear for my freedom, as it is the goal of some to see me go to jail rather than grieve the loss of my little boy.
Fox 4 spoke off camera with a young man who lived in the home with Cash Monday. He says the suspect, who lives down the street, was seen on surveillance footage from inside the house taking the child while he was sleeping. They don't know why. He believes he entered the house through a back door. Fox 4 went to Darren Brown's listed address to see if his family members would answer our questions, but no one answered the door. I did reach out to Dallas police tonight to see if the father could potentially be facing any sort of charges, but at this point, we have not heard back.
What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is your girl, Queen Talks Crime, and I am back with another video. Okay, so let's hurry up and get into this. I don't want to hold you guys long. So you just seen the clip with Trevor Gernon explaining why he left Cash and Carter with Monica Sherrod. Now, with that being said, I want to know how you guys feel about him leaving the boys with Monica and why he did not phone the child's biological mother or the boy's biological grandmother. So let's just go ahead and get into it. This video mainly is going to be about Cash and Carter's biological parents. Okay? So you just seen the new news clip of his apology, okay? Fox 4. So how do you guys feel about his apology and what he has to say about what he has done about leaving the boys and what he's had to say in his apology to the biological mom? Okay. From my understanding, before we get right on into it, Monica and him he says that he knew Monica, they was friends, she knew a lot about kids, the neighborhood, so he moved there. Word on the streets, that was his girlfriend. Some people on the news are saying it. It's just word out is that was his girlfriend. That's not coming out of his mouth, but word is Trevor and Monica were an item. Okay? And they both had problems with drugs. So did drugs play a huge part in their relationship, in their situation? In my opinion, it did. Okay? You have Monica, who you can see has problems with drugs. Not sure if she is, have tried to seek help. Not even sure if she's still using drugs. But you can tell that she has an issue with drugs. Now, Trevor, he has trouble with the law as well as Monica. Monica assaulted her mother, hurt her mother, had charges on her for assault on her mother, and had to pay fines and do things like that. As far as Monica, Trevor, he has charges. He's running from the law, as well as having pill issues. Okay. So addiction is the issue with Trevor and Monica. Okay. I'm not sure if they're serious about getting the help or if they are even trying to get the help that they need to have a better life and be better parents for their children. But that's something that you have to do if you're trying to be a better parent for your kids. You got to seek the help. Okay? You got to do it. If you don't, that's what your life will end up like. Trevor, his hair is getting on my nerves, y'all. I'm so sorry. You're going to end up like Trevor, and you're going to end up like Monica. Okay? Now, we can go ahead and go forward with the biological mom. Okay? So, before we go to the biological mom, we're going to talk about how Trevor Gernon left his biological twins with a girlfriend, Monica Sherrod, to run from the law. He saved for a better job, but Monica says, he has a warrant. He's running from the law, and he had to do time to be able to go in for his pill issues and charges. Okay? I'm going to say in my opinion, he left because he was running from the law. Don't nobody just pick up, leave their kids with someone that did drugs with you, and you want to say, or is a drug user, and you want to say you trusted that person, instead of calling the biological mother. Okay? So let's move on. Trevor does play a part in neglecting his boys. He plays a huge part in neglecting Carter and Cash. Neglectful. Horrible, horrible choices as a father who brought those boys to that location. Horrible. Now, it said that he has full custody. Biological mom is a truck driver. Allegedly, biological mom, and her mother are saying that they've been looking for the boys for months. Monica Sherrod had the boys for the last 3 months. Monica saying they weren't looking for the boys. So you got a bunch of he say, she say going back and forth. you kind of don't know what to believe, except for you got to just kind of use your common sense. Trevor has drug issues. You got Monica with drug issues. I'm pretty sure if he's running from the law, he's not calling his child's mother. Why would you call your child's mom to let her know, hey, I'm running from the law, I can't take care of these boys, as he should have? He didn't do that. I'm not sure if the biological mom was actually looking for Cash and Carter, but they said they was. So, until otherwise, we gotta just allegedly assume that they were looking for the boys. I don't know if there's documents of any reports of them actually doing the work to look for the boys. I'm not sure, because I haven't seen any. That's yet to be seen on my part. But they said they was looking for the boys. In my opinion, the boys should have been notified. Trevor should have notified the mom and had her come get her boys instead of leaving them with Monica Sherrod. Okay? But I believe Trevor made a bad decision in not notifying the biological mom in this situation. Letting her know at least what's going on. Now, you have where do I want to go next? Where is Carter? Who has Carter? Word is that they gave Carter back to biological mother. He's in her custody. But you have some people that believe that Carter is with the state. Now, the news of what I heard returned Carter back to biological mom. And that's, in my opinion, where Cash and Carter should have been after Trevor left those boys. I'm not sure what Monica Sherrod was thinking. What was you going to do? You had them for 3 months. How was you going to take them to the doctors? Did you have any of their important information? How was you going to enroll them in school? How was you going to do that when you just had the boys for 3 months? Therefore, like, what were you actually going to do with them and not really know all their 4 years and everything that you need to know about them? You don't have that important information, like birth certificates, social security cards. You need those type of things if you're going to take care of kids and make doctor's appointments and, insurance, important things you need. What was you going to do when it came to that? Was you going to continue to homeschool the boys, Monica? I'm not sure, but that's a question that I have. What were you going to continue to do? Okay, so Carter is said to be back with the biological mother. Okay, and as you heard in the recording that I just played, Trevor sound like he's very sorry for what he's did. Also, right today, I do want to give you another update. Trevor is in jail. So they did pick Trevor up. I'm not sure if he turned himself in or they just caught him. I know Trevor wanted to be free and he wanted to turn himself in after he buried his son. So I'm not sure if he was able to attend the funeral, or I'm not sure about any of that because it has not been said. All that's been said is he is arrested and he's in police custody. I'm not sure for what, but he is arrested, okay? He is locked up. Now, when I do get more information for you guys regarding what exactly Trevor is locked up for, it could have been past drug charges, or because he did have a warrant out for his arrest. He was running from the law. So it could be from that. It might not have nothing to do with Cash, anything like that. Even though I personally feel, yes, he should have some type of neglect charges for just packing up, leaving your boys, and Monica can't get in contact with you, and you to drop off the face of the earth. What father does that? What father does that? And you have full custody, allegedly, of Cash and Carter. What father picks up, dips, and leave your 4-year-old boys and not be in contact with the person that you left your children with? Where are they doing that at? Obviously in Texas with Monica Sherrod. That's where they're doing that at. So that tells you a lot about Trevor. He's a piss poor father. Okay? He was absolutely wrong for leaving Cash and Carter with Monica Sherrod, and knowing who you left your children with. You showed you had very poor judgment to make that type of move. Very poor judgment. But let's keep going. His reasoning, as he said in the recording that I just played, was that, he felt the boys were stable. He didn't want to mess up their routine, things of that nature. That sounds like an excuse. You didn't even check to see how the boys were doing the last 3 months, because Monica has stated she has not talked to you. She didn't know where you was. So you weren't that concerned, father, that you want us to believe you are. You were not. Because if you were, sir, you would have known and would have kept in touch with Monica to know how your boys were doing. And even a week after Cash, that happened to him, he was murdered, she still couldn't get in contact with you. So it shows that you weren't in contact with her and you didn't really care about your boys. All right? Last but not least, before I get up off of here, Cash and Carter was failed from the beginning to the end. I'm not even sure why or how Trevor had allegedly custody. I understand that the mother is a truck driver. She has to go make her coin. So, of course, that kind of makes sense because she's on the road a lot. So you cannot, take care of 2 twin boys and you're always on the road. So I understand that portion. But then you have Trevor, who has a problem. Okay? And he pretty much failed at the boys. Okay? There sound like there's some type of miscommunication between the biological mom and Trevor. They should have kept in contact so at least they could know what is going on if she needed to come off the road to take care of her kids. I'm sure that in emergencies, a mother would drop, take a vacation, whatever, to deal with emergency as far as your children if the father is going through things and can't provide or take care of his kids, as he just up and left them with Monica. Someone like Monica. I want to discuss one more thing before I get up off here, you guys. So, real quick. People have said a couple of things about the home. How Monica Sherrod left the home. Some people said the kitchen was clean, but the house was a mess. In my opinion, and people might not like this, and that's cool because you don't have to watch, but I will say the house was not really kept up. Okay? That's nice as I can get it. The house was not kept up to par for a person that, stayed at home and had children in the home. So no, in my opinion, it was not kept up, and that was a big concern. As well as, I really haven't heard anybody say anything about this, but there was 2 twin boys in that one crib, and they looked pretty big. Okay, so that was something that kind of made me go, the conditions that people are painting it out to be, it really wasn't that good because they was too big to be in a crib, and on top of it, they was 2 4-year-olds in that one crib. And it just looked kind of small to me. And that's not, the norm. I guess you gotta do the best you can. But in this case, somebody should have reached out and got in contact. If she would have notified, Monica should have notified somebody where they got in touch with the biological mom, where they could have got, them to them, because that's their responsibility, Trevor's and the mom's. That's their responsibility to take care of those twins and to have them proper bedding and things of that nature. But the house was unkept. I will say that. I did not think that was not a way any kids should live in that type of unkeptness. Okay, I will say that. Now, I'm not going to, drag, because some people cannot help certain things. But if you're a stay-at-home mom, there's some things that you could and should be doing around the home, like, cleaning a little bit, something, not just leaving it like that. But that's my opinion. And that's that. On the home, like I said, a lot of people have some things to say about it. Some people are mad that people said something about it. But, at the end of the day, it needed some work done. Okay? It needed some work done. And as a stay-at-home parent, you could have worked on the home, in my opinion. Okay? Like I said, the boys deserved better. They deserve to be treated better. They didn't deserve to be dropped off and left in that way. And I'm guessing that Monica did the best she could. I'm assuming she tried to reach out to Trevor and couldn't. So I will give her that she did the best she could with what she had and what she was dealt with. But with that being said, when it was too much and you couldn't really do for the boys, at some point you should have reported what was going on. So the biological mom who was looking for her children and the grandmother could have came and took those boys and provided the care that they deserve, I just don't think they deserve to live like that. And it's just very unfortunate situation. So this video was basically about Cash and Carter's biological parents in this whole situation. And it's really sad. And Trevor, poor judgment. You should have did better. Biological mom, you should have looked harder. I don't know what to even say except for you're mourning your boy, and then you got one boy back. So just hold him close and dear and do the best you can to take care of him. As parents, we got to make sacrifices. Sometimes you got to change jobs up because you got kids. I've been there. You just got to make certain sacrifices and make certain moves. But the boys deserved better, and they really didn't have that opportunity where they was at in Texas. They didn't have that with Monica Sherrod. She did the best she could, and she should have reported in where the police or somebody could contact someone, but she chose not to. She chose to try to do it on her own. And like I said, the house should have been kept up better. The whole situation just could have been better. And it wasn't. And it's what these boys was dealt with. And they deserved better. Okay? So that's what I will say about the situation. But this is the end of the video for me. And thank y'all guys for watching. This is your girl, Queen Talks Crime. And y'all have a great night. And, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, post them down below. As well as if you would like to reach me about any case, about anything. If you want to contact me concerning whatever case, but as well as the Cash Gernon case, and you are a neighbor or someone that wants to remain anonymous, as you will be, you can email me at futurequeens2018@gmail.com, and I will post that email below, so you will, be able to see it and contact me if you would like to release a statement or a comment about what you have experienced with Gernon Brown in this whole situation, which is very unfortunate. Thank you for watching, and you have a great night.